Good afternoon, my Stitchy friends, and welcome to my channel, Stitcha-Rella. Well, today's Saturday, so what are we doing? We are doing Silky Saturdays. Yes, everything's up to date again. Yesterday I made some unboxings. I still wanted to stitch, but there was no chance because Abby moved into my room a little bit with a PlayStation. And she wanted mommy to play, so mommy obeyed and played, and it was such fun. We played, we slept, and today is my Abby child's birthday. She is 12 today, so I've been a bit busy this morning, just with Abby. I'm spending time with her, and she's taking a quick nap, and then we will continue the day. Alex is back from his cricket. He loved it. So I thought, let me do this quickly while I have a gap. And yeah. And so life goes on. You guys must please remember to order before the Chinese New Year. If you want to order something, to be sure, order before the 16th of January. You will still receive your order after that. It depends if it is in stock. But otherwise you will wait till about end of February, beginning March. You'll wait a long time. So just keep that in mind. I have been speaking to a lot of the shops, and I am already ordering February orders, even if some of the January ones are still on the way, just to make sure, because on Chinese New Year, some of the logistics companies, I promise you, it is in China about everything doesn't work, and whatever works is very slow, so it is a big holiday for them. What are you guys up to? I hope you have a marvelous day. I cannot believe Abby has grown so quickly. This is her last year of being a tweenie bob. Then she's a full-on teenager next year this time. Wow, time flies, right? It is amazing how quickly they grow up. As you can see, I chose black again. I'm just working big pieces. This thing is so big. I don't know why I have... You know, before I started my channel, I started this, but it went very slow. I would have done many things differently on this, because this is such a beautiful stitch. But I've worked too far to take everything out. I would have worked it from the side down. There's many things I've learned. But every little bit helps. I want to stitch more on this one as well, so I get it done, because I want this one done. I want it done. I must just work on it a bit more, put my attention on it. There's so many silk ones I want to do, but I do not want to touch them because of this one, and this one is humongous. So when I do silk, I'll just stitch silk here. So before I started, I did prepare my threads. I pulled them 3-4 times, whatever needs, so it forms one. And I do those small waxes, but I got AliExpress. I ordered another one. I like these blocks. They're humongous. I like them. They work. I like the bigger ones. They last longer and they don't break so easily. So I get that question a lot about the wax breaking and falling apart after a little while. That's normal. I have told this story before, but I have so many that's fallen apart and broken. I kept them in a bucket. So I took some of it and I said, okay, let's put it in the microwave. Oh my word. It flippin' caught flame and everything. So don't try that. Please don't. You should melt it like chocolate. So it is a boiling pot of water with a steel bucket on top of it on a slow heat, and that's how you melt this. You don't, but I'm not going to do all that. rather just use it and collect it, and one day when I'm very hard up I'll do that. So yeah, Mike, because Abby said she's taken a nap, he went and watched the cricket match today. Alex did so well, so he decided to take a nap as well. I think Alex is playing a bit of PlayStation. Finally he's done. And then the week coming on Thursday or Friday, he's going on another tour, the Achis tour, the grade 8 initiation tour. But it's only three days, and then he's back, and then the school starts on the 15th for him. The first 2 days he can wear normal clothes, so there's lots happening, and I still have not started the books yet. So, but I said this weekend, the weekend's not over yet. I don't think it will happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I will start. I did take the school suitcases out, everything's together, I know where's everything at least. I knew where they were, but you know what I mean. I took that out, so I can start doing that tomorrow. And during the week, I will do bits and pieces, and I'll be done by the weekend, hopefully. So yeah, busy time, busy time, busy time. And stitchy time. I just didn't get a lot of stitchy time yesterday because I spent time with Abby. This morning I spent time with her again. And after this, when we go, I'm taking her for sushi. We're playing a game, Stardew Valley, so we're still playing it. It's a game you can play for years and years and years. I don't play that often, so the farm we play on together, progress is slow, but you can save it, and next time, even if it's over a year you play, we open our farm and we play on that. But we've been playing on this one for a while. Every time I play with her, I play that because I'm older. That's the heavy games I can't play. So then she plays that with me. A lot of phone calls coming through for her, and she's just now taking a nap. And she doesn't care about the world. She loves her sleep. And I'm happy about that. That's good. Needs her sleep. Why is that now like that? Are we doing that? Yo, why did I skip it earlier on? Let's just finish them as well. I can hear Alex. His friends are on. So he is having friends on his PlayStation. He plays online. Then it's nice. So otherwise it's very, very slow. Busy but slow. It's not something that's being done in a hurry and everyone's up and down. It's just systematically everything is happening like it should. That's not a bad thing. As long as everything gets done right. You see, I spoke to BIGGESTCRAFT this morning. I had to send my February choices, and I did. Then they let me know they're not going to put it through. They'll put it through on Tuesday. I must first see what they put on Tuesday. So please, guys and girls and everybody, Tuesday is the big day. Even FANSELLS as well, they're loading big time on Tuesday. So Tuesday is a big loading day for those shops. Paint Somewhere has been loading every day. So if you're interested, I don't know who of you also just, I can't stop gathering them. But if you think about it, it is my work and my sponsorships and stuff. So I enjoy getting the new stitches. I love it. I really, really adore it. There we go. Well, we must get our sleep schedule right. Problem is not sleeping, it's the problem sleeping at the right time at the moment, because I stay up till the early morning hours sometimes with the kids, and then we sleep most of the morning away. But it's all a day, that's what it's about. But we do get up when we need to get up and do our things. But I'm getting some quality time with my children, and that is priceless. Priceless, priceless. And they're not babies anymore. For me, they'll always be. Getting beautiful time with them, and I'm enjoying it very, very much. Wedding anniversary done, Christmas done, Abby's birthday is not done because it's today. And because it's early in the year, of course, when the school starts, we invite the friends over and bake the cake. I normally bake cake and do all those things for their birthday. She asked me not to do it on her birthday. She wants it all when the friends come, so we'll take her for ice cream and sushi. We can do that for her. Yay! Very, very happy about that. She's gonna love it. Well, Alex is very happy as well. He thinks his sister made immaculate choices. Because he can eat together, of course. You know how it goes. What's going on here now? Okay, I see. It made a funny noise. As if it makes a funny noise, you must check if something is going on or not. Oh, last night we played, me and Abby, we played, and then in between, she wanted to take breaks, and we started watching Twilight again. I think it's the 100th time, I don't know, watching Twilight again. I think I know every word now. So what I must do, I put those things on, I'll put it on the next thread. What I must do now is, I want to do this video, and then I want to iron Abby's specific clothing she wants to wear. Alex is ready, Mike's ready, and then when I'm finished ironing that clothes, I will wake Abby up. And she can get ready, and after she's ready I must do her hair. She wants me to do her hair today. I like when she asks me stuff like that. So I'll do her hair, and then we're all ready. Oh, and thank you for Abby's birthday gift. And Nikki, thank you so much. She adores it. She's very happy, very excited. She appreciates everything, and thank you for everyone's birthday wishes. I give each and every birthday wish to Abby. I remember last year when it was Alex's birthday, he loved it when you guys send him happy birthdays and stuff. He just adores it. So I'm very happy, and she's also very happy. Thank you very much. Oh, the needle's going in that raw places in my finger. Like I said, I'll put that on a bit later. Please remember, I think it's the 27th of February, my dear Stitchy family, we're starting the embroidery angel from Joy Sunday. We'll start that stitch along. It won't be a long one. It's not a big stitch, so it's a bit of a smaller one. And that will be the ambulite and that one. We will have marathons, but I won't have a specific stitch along day with other things. That will be any stitch I'm stitching on my stitch alongs. It will be, I think it's Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays is the angel, Thursdays is the ambulite, everything in between. Okay, and Saturdays is Silky Saturdays, but everything in between is like I'm busy with Harbor of Love, and I want to work. I'll probably put in more Silkies, but Silky Saturday is specifically Saturday, but if I want to stitch on it more and I feel like it, I might do an extra stitch along in the week when I decide to work on it. I will do the stitch along on whatever I'm working on at that time if it's an open day. This thing is knotted and I don't know how. Just hold on. It's not knotted, it went over here. There you go. Naughty thing. I think I'm gonna stuck to this side a bit, to black, and do something that can show it's finished without openness. That other side, I'm just a bit sick of all that green. I'll go back there when I'm in the mood again. It's big. I can shift around. This thing is almost 2 meters long. It's a big one. It's not a 1.5, it's 195. So it's quite big. Righty then, let me see. Am I going there now? Yes, I am going there now, but we can go there when we come down. First go up. Spoke long to my sisters this morning, my aunt, my mom, everyone just phoning for Abby. Her father phoned her very early. I stayed up with her until it was her birthday. Then right, we didn't even stay up late, I think 1 o'clock. Went to bed. Just he's taking a nap. Oh no. This is sore. What's happening here? Okay. I made them nice and the same length. You know when sometimes you do it then the length changes here at the end. It is kind of annoying. It happens so often and I don't know why, because my stitches are stiff. But it looks good this time. Very, very good actually. Oh, I don't know if you can hear in the background. I don't know what kind of bird is that. It's a different kind of call. I always listen to the birds. I don't know all of them, but I do listen, and what I just heard is a bit different than usual. Listen. Did you guys hear that? That's a strange one. It's the first time I hear that bird singing or calling out. I don't know if you heard it, but I heard it. I wonder what that is. Can't even ask Mike. I don't know all the bird noises. I know it's about our flowers and about trees, stuff like that. Not just the birds I like. I'm not a big bird person. I like birds. I like all living things, but I mean, I won't go bird watching. It's not at this stage. I tried it, but I got so hot and I was tired of looking for them. I don't like searching for stuff. The patience is little when it gets to that. I'd rather be stitching. That's bad, right? Oh, must get some culture in me. Wait, let me see now. Now I made a boo-boo because it is a bit shorter there, which is no problem. I'm just going to close the stitch. I'm busy with. I'm not going to play around with this because it is a mess if you start playing around with the silk. So I'm quiet because the bird is calling back, but it's a different noise. Different. I don't know. I must actually go and look what it is because I am too nosy not to. Let's just do this. I'm so happy Alex did well at cricket. It's good when your kids are in good spirits, you know, they're happy. I love that. Happy and proud of themselves. Even if they didn't do good, I'll still be proud of them just for attempting and trying, but he did well. And he's looking forward to the next match. It's also nice. I love when it's like that. I just clip this off. Sorry, my needle's in my mouth. Bad habit, right? Okay. I'm gonna be back in a second. Okay, and I am here. No luck, I promise you. I went looking for that bird. I'm curious. Sorry, this thing got stuck here now. I'm curious. I want to hear. Now, when I go outside, it's quiet. It's nothing. And as I came in, I sat down. And as I got ready to talk to you guys, I hear the bird again. But I go out and I sit and wait and I'm quiet. but it's as if they know you're there, right? So nothing, and now I'm inside and I can hear it again. Ridiculous. I wanted to see what makes that noise. It's not a noise, it's beautiful actually, but it's something different, so I don't know. I'll find out. Just don't know when, but I'll find out. I have to. I need to know what bird is a new type of bird. Maybe it's a normal bird that's around, and then maybe the mating call is different. I don't know if that's how it works. Do you guys know if mating calls is different than the normal chirp? I don't know. I actually don't know, but I do know that was totally different than, it's not the norm. Almost made a big mistake here. But oh well, I tried, right? It comes with being nosy. That's alright. I'll find out. Time is running so fast. I'm chatting to you guys. But I will wake Abby up in a second. Not in a second. After I've made this video. Before I edit. I will quickly just iron that clothing before I wake her up. Because if I wake her up, I just want everything to be ready. So she's done. You see my stitches here. It's not unneat. It is, if you can see, look there, it's wax. It's just the first few stitches goes very waxy until you get them through. But that goes off. The more you touch and work with it, it does go off. You must just make sure you pull it nice and stiff because of the wax. Oh. Are you waking up, sissy? No, not yet. She can still nap a bit while I'm busy here. Suits me, then I can chat to you for longer. Abby has got a bit more vacation than Alex. Not much. Yeah, it's a lot more because he goes on camps and preparation for grade 8. She doesn't have to do that, so that's awesome. And netball also only starts when school starts. Nothing. It's not like the high school. The high school looks like it's gonna be intense. Very, very intense. We got Alex's haircut yesterday, let me tell you. I always go in and then he lets me tell them because he says I must. I'm glad can you hear him going on in the background? He normally lets me tell them he wears a comb over that he gels. This looks funky. And then he always cuts the hair. Alex is blonde, light blonde. And he's got a bush of hair. All his hair is blonde. His eyebrows, everything's blonde. But his hair grows extremely fast and in bushes and bushes and bushes. So then he normally cuts it in the back at 3 and the top is a comb over. It's a bit longer. Nice. And we went in, but he's not big. I was so proud. It was such a proud moment. And I just want to say something. Sorry. Alex, I'm recording. Alex? Al? I'm recording, my boy. Okay, so, and he sat down by the barber. And the barber knows us. We like to go back to the same person if things are correct. And he said 3 back and long on top and blah, blah, blah. He repeated everything. I'm like, yeah, like normal. Please don't cut a line there where the comb over is because it's not allowed in school. It was just for the holiday. Don't do that. And Alex chipped in. I was so proud. He wasn't rude or anything. He just spoke up. Rather not chip in. Let's say spoke up. And he said to him, no. You normally cut my hair 3. So I think we should do 2 and then much shorter on the top. It's hot. It was such a proud moment because I always have to tell them, and you know, and he was big enough to just, no, this is not okay anymore, let's do this. So it's a proud moment. I know it's growing up very fast, but it's small things a parent gets, it's proud moments, right? Yeah. I've got no problem with like Abby. Abby will she makes her own decisions. When she wants something to eat, she takes it. She makes her own sort. You know, she likes to help herself. She does her own thing. Now with Alex, it's if I don't give him food, he doesn't eat. He doesn't, and I'm sure he knows how, but it's just he doesn't. Where Abby is very independent, and she goes and she tests out food and tests out new stuff in the kitchen, and I'm very proud about that. She's very independent, very cool. Very proud of that because I want Alex also to be independent. Abby's very independent. I must what she wants to do now, she wants to make sushi. She wants to try and make her own sushi. But we need stuff to do that. I must still see what you need. I'm not talking, I know we need the food stuff, but I'm talking about like a roller for the sushi and the stuff you make it with. So I must still go and have a look at that. She's very enthusiastic to do that. I don't eat raw stuff, so I'm also not making it. There's no way they can do it. I will not. I do not do the raw thing very well. Not very kosher for me. All must be cooked. There's nothing raw. Can you guys hear Alex? I keep telling him I'm recording, but he's yelling. He's those things, they put them on their ears. There's no world outside, but it's addictive. That's what it's addictive. Because I've been playing with Abby, and you know, you forget about time. You just get it on in that game. You forget about time, and there you go. Basta with the rest. You start like 6 o'clock. Before you know, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. You're not looking at the time. You don't have to. So before you know it, it is 1 o'clock in the morning. Very, very quick. I must wash all Alex's new school clothes and mark it as well. And the school shoes is new, but must check if the new school shoes are shiny because they need to polish. So it's nice for the first day. We can't just do everything the day before. I know my children, they're not going to want to just do things the day before. They're going to want to relax the last day of the holiday. Alex's last day of the holiday is basically this week, Wednesday. Because then it is tour, and then after that his school starts. Chop, and then it's done. A few busy days when the school starts. Abby, I'm used to her school. It's now, but the new school wants the parents there 2 days in a row, and it's just ridiculous. The poor kids must stay there because they practice in concert. They stay there. They go to school 10 to 8. No, 7:50. No, 17. What time does that school start now? I think it's 7. School starts at 7 or 7. The school starts and it comes out at 2 o'clock, but they're not allowed to come home until 5 the first 2 weeks. Yeah, that's going to be quite a mission. Packing food and doing this and doing that, I don't know. Because they are it's very, very full program. But they'll get used to it. I actually feel sorry for them. He likes to be at home. He's not going to be much. There's not going to be much home. Not at all. There you go. Oh, I like it when it goes so easy. It's just go. Can you hear that? This white, is that the canvas or is there something stuck here? What's happening here? Oh, okay. because the coverage are fantastic. Oh, did you guys hear that? Oh, I must tell you guys, it didn't rain this morning. Yesterday it rained. These places it flooded. The hail was as big as golf balls. Luckily we missed the hail that's that big, but it was very, very close. The sky was black. And morning, no rain. And as I spoke to you, when I said, oh, did you hear that? The thunder, but loud. So, guess what? It's gonna rain again. It's still a long time summer here. Winter only starts a bit later. Yeah, in May, after May. So we've got full on summer still. It's a long time summer. There's no signs of winter now. We've got still warm times ahead. The kids are gonna have fun. Oh, and the walking. We're not gonna walk today. And of course we didn't walk yesterday because it was raining. And when it rains like that and it thunders and storms, even load shedding or not, the internet goes down. You can't do nothing. Even if I have my power, whatever, my canary, it's just the storms. But it's big storms. Some of the roads flooded so much, cars couldn't drive. Yeah, it was kind of hectic. But it seems like it's gonna rain more. Just as people think everything is safe now, here it comes again. But we need rain. Our farmers, they need it. So it's not bad. It's all good. Got nothing to complain about. People complain too easily. I thought about making myself pretty, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna put a bit of makeup on and feel sticky. Look half decent for my daughter. She can look pretty. It's her birthday. And that's about it. 12 years ago I had Abby. And what a day it was. Let me tell you about that day. Okay, something happened and I fell downstairs, but badly. And what happened is I fell. It was not Abby. Abby's born on 28 weeks, very early. So something happened and I fell very hard on my back, but very far as well. And my water broke. But I got rushed to hospital and they said no, it's time, and I begged them because we didn't know if she will die. She was too small. It's 28 weeks, is very small. And I cried and my dad and my mom was with me. And they took me home and I packed. She said it's okay, I can pack. I'm not in labor, but the water is not totally broken, it's leaking. But if it breaks, there's a big problem, big problem. And I was crying and everything was just a mess. My mom and dad took me and I packed, and I was crying because it was very dangerous. If they're born so early, they can have bleeding on the brain, they can have all kinds of things. So I was properly distraught. It was not nice. And I packed, and as I got in the car, people, my water broke, totally. And my dad drove. Abby's father was on his way, because he was on call at another hospital. Abby's father is a doctor. He was on call and he thought everything will be alright, everyone takes their time, because it was now scheduled, it's just leaking. They're going to see a little bit of bed rest. But as soon as my dad, we were almost at the hospital, my water broke. And it was sad, it was terrible. So I was crying, and and it was an emergency C-section. I had Alex naturally. Emergency C-section, her heart count was 7. She couldn't breathe. They took her out. I saw her, and they took her away. They just took her away. She was so small, like a magazine. And it was traumatic because I couldn't hold my baby. It was just traumatic. And after my C-section, they took me to the room, and they said I must not get up. And lo and behold, they put my strap on that C-section, and I was up. Their dad got me a private room in the hospital, and I was directly in ICU. I was there. Abby was there for 2 months. I stayed there. My mom looked after Alex. So I sat with her, I prayed, I begged God, I begged him, I literally begged him, no jokes. Her lungs didn't work properly, so Abby kept stopped breathing, her lungs were underdeveloped, it just didn't want to work. So when Abby was born, 28 weeks, your skull has got 4 pieces, and it wasn't even shifted out, it was still together, so that hole in the middle didn't even form yet because she was so small. It shifted out with time. Her eyes didn't have color yet. She had hair in her face and on her back. She was very small. I've got photos. It was the smallest thing. Her father's wedding ring could fit over her arm. And I was just sitting next to her, so I could touch her. They sterilized my hands. I could touch her. She was full of pipes and stuff. The smallest thing. We had to get specialized diapers. Like newborn diapers were way too big. Newborn clothing, everything was way too big. So I sat with her, and there was pipes. She was on machines, and she had pipes in her lungs that breathed to help her breathe. Now I think it was 4 weeks, and her eyes were open, and she held my finger. They put her on my lap, and they said, okay, it looks like that pipes can come out. And I was nervous. My mom and dad stood outside in ICU, and I was very nervous, and they took it out, and not even half an hour she stopped again. I almost died. I just fell apart. I had a hospital room in the hospital. I stayed there because I sat with her day and night. And then they put the pipes back, and I just prayed. I begged God. I get sad when I talk about it because I begged God, please don't take her away from me. Please don't take her. And there was another few weeks that passed. She was in there for long. I think it's very long. And they took it out, and she was fine, smiling at her mommy, and she was this little small bundle of joy. She was just so small. And then finally everything was fine. The count was 10, and then she got jaundice. I think it's jaundice in English. They get yellow. So she should have gone home with me. So I also stayed for another day or 2. I can't remember exactly. It was forever. I stayed there forever. It was the most daunting time of my life. They put her in it's like a, I'm going to call it an incubator, so that yellowness goes away. And guess what? She came out, and she was the beautifulest, best baby in the world. I breastfed her, because while she was there, I pumped breast milk out, because I think breast milk is the best. She latched to me, and she was just this bundle of joy that I couldn't find clothes for. We bought her the most beautiful. She had cupboards full, but nothing fit because she was so small. Everything was triple and double wrapped. We've got a specialized shop here that sells diapers for it. It's like it's as small as doll diapers for human babies. So for months she wore that. And here she is today. No brain damage, no nothing. She's got marks where they saved her lungs. There's holes in her rib cage and stuff, but they closed that. There's marks of that. She's tall, she's clever, she's magnificent, and all that she's got is allergies and asthma. That's all she's got. I am so thankful. I look back at it, and 12 years ago today, I was sitting crying, praying to God that she must live. And look, 12 years now, is great, right? I get all teared up because it's a wonderful, wonderful reality that I'm telling you now. I'm living proof that miracles happen. I've got photos of everything. It was, oh, she was so small, you could break her. A normal magazine, when the magazines you buy at the bookstore, magazines, she fitted full length on it. That's how big she was. She was this small, petite little thing. So thank God. All glory to Him, right? And that's the story of Abby. Amazing, right? It's very, very nice. I don't know. I think back on it now and I still think, what miracle. It is amazing. I've got a lot to be thankful for. And I love them. That's why I just live for them, you know. I'm not a parent that just had kids. I struggled for 7 years to have kids. I went through 4 in vitros that failed. So yeah, that is the story. And that one I'm going to leave like that. I'm going to work it in. Alrighty then. So let me go and take a breath here, because that was quite an emotional reality story I'm telling you. I am going to be back in a second. Alrighty then, everyone's catching live here in the house. So I'm going to do this section. I told you now about my wonder child Abby. Do you guys want to know what happened to Al? Alex, I call them Abs and Al. Alex, I struggled for years to get pregnant. Now, after in vitros and everything, I finally got pregnant with Alex. Right, that's the short story. Finally got pregnant. He was born on 43 weeks. He was a big baby. Abby was weighing like 1.4 when I took her out of the hospital, 1.5. Alex weighed 3.25. He was big, and he had a natural birth, so he just didn't want to come. On 43 weeks, it was not time. They said, alrighty then, now it's time. He's coming. I started having contractions, and in the hospital I go. In the hospital, I was there for about 2 hours, 3 hours, and then Alex came. He was there. Natural birth. It was painful, but so worth it, and everything went great. His Akbar count was, I think it's Akbar count, that's what they call it. I might be wrong, I'm not a sister. But anyway, it was 10, everything great. But let me tell you now, check your child, because that count can be great. You never know. And his dad's a doctor. He didn't even pick it up right away. We took Alex home. It was great. It was natural, home, quick. No cuts, no bruises. There we go. And yeah, by I think 2 months, big problems. Alex starts thinning out, but thin like I don't feed him thin, but it does also. I fed him, but he's thinning out. So I took him to the what do you call them? But to the children's specialist, and she said to me, "No, something's wrong here. He needs to go for tests. Something sounds wrong with his heart, and he's thin. And then they pick up that the one valve doesn't work, and the one there's one, he had a big hole, but it can't be repaired. He needs heart surgery. But they first gonna see, I must take him home, because the blood that the heart pumps out mix with the blood, with the blood's mixed. That's not supposed to mix. It's not a small little hole. It's got a massive one. I said, okay, we're gonna schedule it. Let's start feeding him, get him fattened up and everything, because this child needs open heart surgery. I thought my heart dropped onto the floor, just onto the floor. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what to do, and I'm like, no ways. I prayed so hard for him, and I begged, and I just wanted a child, and now this. Because they said to me 50-50 chance of survival because he's so small. So the later we do it, the better. So let's just feed him, see if we can get him bigger. They gave me special food so that his chances are better to make it. I'm like, alright. And now I almost never slept. I was just so scared. So they gave me the stick stuff to feed him. And it went in for a little while, and then it stopped. Alex is turning blue. And he's alive and everything, but his lips are blue. Everything is blue. And I found her, the checkup was, I think, in 2 weeks to see what his weight was. And I found her. I just don't know how to say it in English, but the specialist, the children's specialist, and at that stage we had a children's heart specialist over him. And the appointment was 2 weeks from where this problem arose. He couldn't keep anything in, and he's turning blue. The first day it started a little bit, and I found, and the second day it was bad, and he can't hold anything in. Now you must know this mother heart, I was almost insane. And they said, no, bring. And I took him in, and I get goosebumps. I'm like, I don't even know how to say this because it was heart-wrenching. Emergency open heart surgery. I almost died. I rushed home. We had to go to Joburg because we had the best heart surgeon for children work on him. He did overseas people as well. And I don't even know. It was terrible. So we rushed in there. They put him on drips and stuff, and he's smiling and holding his mama, and he's thin. He's thin. And I was just sitting there. I didn't know what to do. I was like, I didn't know. They did it in the Sunny Hill Heart Hospital. It's a private hospital, and they prepared him. And he's a baby. He's not even 3 months old. He's 2 months and something. He's small. And as I said goodbye to him, he grabbed me, and he just didn't want to let go. He didn't. He just smiled. Alex didn't cry a lot. Alex just laughed. He just laughed. He always laughed. He was a very happy baby. And there he went. And I was just like, oh my God. That's exactly how you feel. And you go and sit and wait in a waiting room. And yeah, by the 5th hour, 2 babies died already. And the friends the parents and stuff, we get like friends in there. Everyone's crying, worrying. It's not a very happy place because the survival of those little babies is not high. So after the second one, they came in and they didn't make it. Sick children, the hearts. I'm like, oh my God. Because we were 3 sets of parents left. And then me and my friend, I met her in Richards Bay. We were the last ones, and we were, I think on hour 6.5 or 7, they came in. They told her son didn't make it. And I was sitting, now I'm going off my head because of all of us sitting in there, one baby made it. And mine, I hear nothing. Nothing. I think 7.5 hours later, I was insane. I drank coffee, I cried, I talked to myself. I was just going insane. They came in and said to me, it went well. I just cried. I fell down and I cried. I just cried. I can't see him now. I must wait a bit more. They're stabilizing him. And there in the Sunny Hill Heart Hospital, they mix adults and babies. And it was about an hour after that, they said he's ready and he's awake. Oh, I promise you, I couldn't feel my legs. It was, I don't know. So I went in, and my husband then, my ex-husband now, he went with me. And as I walked in, I can see his little eyes searching. He was tied up to the bed because he had pipes coming out his stomach, his throat, and he had a ventilator in. And he lifted his arms. He's trying to lift it, but he's tied to the bed, and he's lifting and he's trying to grab me. And you know, he didn't cry. He just smiled with a ventilator in his mouth. I've got photos of that. And he just smiled when he saw me. He just smiled. It was the most beautiful thing. So that was quite a recovery after that. For years you couldn't, because their rib cage must grow back. It's grown back now. Alex still has heart problems, but it's I don't even want to think about it, but it's okay. He's okay. So yeah, that was my story. And after that, it's not just after that it's okay. It was a long recovery because he's a little boy, and he couldn't get knocks on his chest, not even when he was the first 3 years in school. Still, it was not even right. So long way to recovery, and finally it's much better. It was a long road, long road. I've got to tell you something. With everything Abby went through, what happened then is, you know, if you leave a baby too long to sleep in one position, their head misforms. Now, I turned Abby, but everything was so soft. On the one side, her head misformed a bit. So that was another road to freedom. We walked for 2 years. Then she wore the cutest little helmet. She looked like an American football player, just to get everything right. But here she is today, perfect. She is just perfect. The only thing she wants to fix is a bit of braces. Alex had his braces. That's it, and there's no complaints. It's just, yeah, I can also say we walked the long walk to freedom. Yeah, it was not so funny then. It made me old very quickly. They like little pieces of your heart that walks outside of you, you know. And that is the story of Alex and Abby. My precious things, most precious things in the world. Yes. And then people want to know why I want to spoil and do all these things, and that's why, because that is, I think that is also the best thing I've done in my life, is having them. And the biggest gifts I've ever gotten was my children. There's nothing better in the world for me. Nothing can top it. Nothing can ever be better, or there's just nothing. Absolutely nothing. So their happiness is my top priority. Cool, right? Telling you this very private, emotional things. There you go. After this, I am gonna quickly iron Abby's clothes, but I'm gonna wake her up because the time is catching up with me. I'm gonna wake her up. She can jump in the bath. I will iron her clothes while she's in the bath, so that will work out. And then everyone just must have a little bit of patience, right? Little bit of patience goes a long way, I think. if we're gonna make it. I first want to go down there. I wanted to do this block now, but I'm going too far because I must still go down here. I'm not gonna start another thread today, so I can't leave anything off. Check it out. I hope you enjoyed this stitch along and my sad stories. It's not sad stories if you think about it. It is actually emotional stories with very happy endings. Very, very happy endings. In conclusion to that, what do you think? You know, this is on my mind a lot. I know we're talking kids a lot. On my mind a lot. How can people mistreat children? Or how can they be, you know, for people like me, I pray to have them, I beg to have them. And then there's people just having them and treating them like they're the full of the earth. I don't understand that logic at all, because when they are born and you look at them, they're the most beautiful things in the world to you. It doesn't matter what other people think. There's never a more beautiful child for you than your own. And it's just, I'm just happy and thankful to have mine. They make life worth living, day by day by day. So I don't understand that concept of having them and not treating them well. People don't realize they're totally dependent of you. You want them, you take care of them, and take care of them good. I watch this reality shows. I think, what the hell did they think? You know, I get angry with people. They don't treat their kids right. It is ridiculous. You don't have to give them a lot of things, but love them. You made them. Take care of them. It's terrible how people think. Am I rambling again? Probably. I hope I make it. I'm thinking, you know, please make it. And while I think that bird's singing again, and it's really annoying because I want to see what new bird I've got in my garden. And as soon as there it's again, when I go out, the bird's gone. Hiding from me. Definitely. Alright, so there's another. Oh, we made it, and I'm not gonna play chicken. Just gonna end it off. That piece I want to work in, so let's get this one worked here. See, I work it off now. There's an extra piece, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to work it off to the side, and this piece I left here because it broke off while I did it, and I can't hook it properly, so I want to hook it like this, and there you go. Take it with, work it in, then I know it doesn't shift. Just always work your silk thread. You can't just end it off. I end even my cotton floss off like this, but must work it off so nicely. It's slippery, so make sure you do it properly. There you go. Oh, we did a bit. Oh, sorry. I'm giving you some seasickness there. I'm so sorry about that. Alrighty then. So I hope you had a good stitchy time with me. I surely did. I talked my heart out here. I got some emotional stuff out there. Hard to think back on it. A lot to be thankful for, right? I hope you have a wonderful Saturday. I don't know if it's the morning, evening or night by you, but may you have a wonderful one wherever you are in the world. Till next time, lots of love, Stitcha-Rella.